Hello everyone, welcome to WB Institute, the online education app. In the previous class, we have seen the basics of thermodynamics. In that, we have seen what is meant by thermodynamics. It is nothing but a disorganized form of energy is converted into organized form of energy, which is nothing but a heat energy. Heat energy is converted into a mechanical work. It is just converting into a mechanical work, which is known as a thermodynamics definition. So, how this heat energy is converted into mechanical work? For that, we must have a substance. We must have a substance. This substance in the system may be of a gas, or second one is steam. If gas is used as a substance, then it is known as ideal gas, and if steam is used, then it is known as pure substance. Pure substance. So, now in this class we are going to discuss about ideal gases and its properties. So, coming to ideal gases, we have some properties which it should follow. First one is on the basis of mass. On the basis of mass, the ideal gas equation can be written as PV is equal to mRT. So, this equation is known as ideal gas equation on the basis of mass. Here, the P is meant by pressure of the gas present in the system. So, pressure is given as kilopascal, V is the volume of the gas in meter cube, m is the mass, R is the characteristic gas constant, and T is the temperature in degree Kelvin. This is on the basis of mass. On the second property, we can see it is classified into molar basis. In molar basis, the ideal gas equation can be given as PV is equal to N into R bar T. Here, P and V are same as in the basis of mass, that is pressure and volume. Here, N is the number of molecules, R bar is the universal gas constant, T is the temperature. Here R bar is known as universal gas constant, and the value is same for all types of gases, that is 8.314 kilojoule per kilomole Kelvin. So, now we have seen the ideal gas equation on the basis of mass and molar basis, that is PV is equal to mRT and PV is equal to N R bar T. Here R and R bar are gas constants. One is characteristic gas constant and other one is R bar is universal gas constant. The relation between these two can be written as characteristic gas constant is equal to universal gas constant divided by molecular weight. That is, for example, nitrogen. If we take nitrogen, the characteristic gas constant is equal to 8.314, that is universal gas constant, and molecular weight of nitrogen is 28. So, hence we can find the characteristic gas constant for nitrogen. In the same way for oxygen and for air. So, for oxygen the molecular weight is 32 and for air the molecular weight is 29. Hence, we can find the characteristic gas constant. So, in terms of engineering service examinations and gate examinations, they will give examples for gases, and they will ask to arrange these gases in terms of characteristic gas equation, which is smaller one and which is the larger one. For these examples, we can take oxygen. The molecular weight of oxygen is 32, and for nitrogen it is 28, and for CH4 it is 16, and H2 it is 4. Now, we are not used to this equation to calculate the R value, so it will take a lot of time. For this, we can simply say characteristic gas constant is inversely proportional to the molecular weight of the particular gas. Here, whichever the smaller value of the molecular weight, we will get higher value of the gas constant. So, in that order we can write gas constant for H2 is more than CH4, and it is more than N2, and it is more than O2. This is what we have written here. Now, the third property of ideal gas equation, that is internal energy. Internal energy is denoted by letter capital U. So, what is internal energy? Internal energy is nothing but the microscopic level of energies present in the system is known as internal energy. We are not discussing about macroscopic level, we are discussing only microscopic level of energies. What type of energies these are? These are nuclear energy, chemical energy, rotational energy, so on will be examples of internal energy, that is microscopic level of energy. So in terms of specific internal energy, we denote it as small u. We have to divide the internal energy by mass, that is capital U divided by m. So we get in the units of kilojoule per kg, where kilojoules is the unit of internal energy and kg is the unit of mass. So ideal gas equation on basis of mass for internal energy, we can write it as du is equal to mCv into dt. So here U is the internal energy, m is the mass of the gas, Cv is the specific heat at constant volume and dt is the change in temperature. In the same way, ideal gas equation on molar basis for internal energy, we can write it as du is equal to n Cv bar into dt. Here n is the number of molecules, Cv is the specific heat of the molecules at constant volume and dt is the change in temperature. And fourth property, it is enthalpy. Enthalpy is nothing but the sum of all the energies present in the system. That is, we have internal energy and flow energy. So internal energy is given by U and flow energy it is given by PV. So hence capital H, which is denoted for enthalpy, is equal to U, that is internal energy, flow energy is P into V. So ideal gas equation on mass basis, we can write it as dH is equal to mCp into dt. Here m is mass, Cp is the specific heat at constant pressure and dt is the change in temperature. So ideal gas equation on molar basis, we can write it as dH is equal to n Cp bar into dt. Here n is the number of molecules, Cp is the specific heat of the molecules at constant pressure, dt is the change in temperature. So the next property in ideal gas equation is adiabatic index. So adiabatic index is the ratio of specific heat at constant pressure to the specific heat at constant volume. So it is denoted by the letter gamma, which is equal to Cp divided by Cv. Ideal gas equation on basis of mass is given by the equation Cp minus Cv is equal to R, where Cp is the specific heat at constant pressure and Cv is the specific heat at constant volume. R is the characteristic gas equation. So on the molar basis, ideal gas equation can be given as Cp bar minus Cv bar is equal to R bar. Here Cp bar is the specific heat of the molecules at constant pressure, Cv bar is the specific heat of the molecules at constant volume and R is the characteristic gas equation, that is universal gas constant in this case, that is equal to 8.314. So here we can say directly adiabatic index we can calculate if one value of constant pressure or constant volume is given. So in this case, how we can take the value of characteristic gas equation? By giving any of one input. So for that we can give constant value for adiabatic index as gamma is equal to 1.67 for monoatomic ideal gases, that is argon, krypton, xenon, like that gases, and gamma is equal to 1.4 for biatomic gases, that is oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, etc., and gamma is equal to 1.33 for polyatomic ideal gases, that is CH4, CO2, etc. And now the topic last is compressibility factor. Compressibility factor, it is denoted by the letter Z, which is equal to P into V divided by R into T. Here P is the pressure of the gas, V is the specific volume, here it is small v, specific volume of the gas, R is the characteristic gas constant and T is the temperature. For ideal gases, the compressibility factor will be is equal to 1. So in that case we can get 1 is equal to PV divided by RT. So here this equation can also be written as PV is equal to RT. This is about compressibility factor for ideal gases. Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe to our WB Institute channel.